Hey, how's it going? Checking in with updates for today. I'm only wearing a white shirt today because I've been recording some videos for a new program, which is something quite exciting. It's totally different to what I've done before. It's all on well-being and performance, so the same content, but it's for a very different platform, a very different audience to anything that I've worked with before. So all shall be revealed in good time. But what I'm finding is actually I'm talking about a lot of the things that I talk about when I'm delivering, presenting, and so it's like it's kind of flowing quite naturally. So it's useful to to acknowledge that for me to notice it, and it's obviously helping with producing the videos as well. They'll probably end up coming back and doing a couple of them again anyway. Also did a really useful and interesting podcast interview today with a guy called Dan Keeley. And really enjoyed it. And he's a speaker as well. We met at an event a few weeks ago where we were both speaking. And when I say met, you don't really meet anybody at virtual events anymore. You just see who's on the agenda, and you see that they're speaking, and you maybe see what they're speaking about. But normally you go and sit in and you say hi and you just watch their talk as well, and you just don't really get a chance to do that so much these days. But we caught up a couple of weeks or a week later. Had a really good chat and decided that it'd be a great guest to have on the podcast. So we did an interview today, and actually he just introduced me to somebody who he thinks or who he knows is looking for a speaker at an event that he's also speaking at in May. And this then reminded me of something else that I'd said, I think on one of these videos, but certainly to myself a little while back, a few days ago, maybe a week or so ago, about PSA, which is something that I want to step back up with a little bit more. I've been a member of the PSA for probably about 3 years now, and I've never done any kind of speech or presentation apart from the Speaker Factor, which was started last July, I think. But that was the first time. But I've not actually delivered anything that would normally constitute like, this is what I do. And you have this opportunity to do that. And the advantage of that is that you get in front of other speakers who then get to know what it is that you do. And they get to see, oh yeah, I think you'd be a good fit for this because I've got some work. They're looking for other speakers. I think you'd be a good fit. Let me introduce you, and on it goes. So that message from Dan earlier, and I'm chatting to his contact on Friday now, which is great. That message prompted me to get back into that. So I'm going to the PSA Thames Valley on Thursday to that meeting. Of course, it's still all online, but I'm also going to find out about putting together what's called a showcase, which is what you do kind of normally as a newer member, not somebody who's been there for 3 years, but you do it and you basically have about, it's about 10 minutes to give a presentation, and then you get some critiques and feedback. It's not quite the same as Toastmasters, but it's still very useful. I've been to many of these and witnessed them and given the feedback on them. But like I said, I've not done one of my own yet. So I think that's the next step for me to just get back into the mix. I really enjoyed the Speaker Factor contest back in October last year, and also just being at the conference, the PSA conference, was really useful for just networking and chatting to people and feeling like, yeah, these are other people who are doing the same sort of thing as I am. Maybe different industries, different worlds, but they're out there, they're speaking, they're training, they've got online programs, they've got the same sorts of challenges that I've got as well. And I feel like I've sort of got a bit disconnected from that community in the last few months, so I want to get back onto that as well. So, and I don't feel like I would have had the chance to really identify all this stuff if I hadn't had this slightly slower paced week planned in. I'm really enjoying this sort of slower, this slowdown. So, I think it's been good for me, just what I needed at this moment. So, but again, having said that, a pretty productive day. Got a lot done. Just bust out about 5 videos there. I've got 4 more to go for this particular mini course. They're only short videos, but something that's been kind of hanging over me. I've got to get this done by the end of the month. So I've just took the opportunity and I did it. So I'm feeling good. So there's my check-in and update for the day. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and check back in again tomorrow for another daily update. Bye for now.